Hi, I'm Sadie Nardini, founder of Core Strength Vinyasa Yoga. So we'll begin here by learning the foundations of headstand. Now, sometimes there's too much pressure put on the head in this pose, which can compress the discs here, especially if you're not doing it every day or a lot. And so to avoid that, we're going to make this more of an arm balance and a core strengthener. So instead of all the weight being on the head, we're going to set up like usual, top of your head, crown of your head on the floor, and hands clasped, interlaced fingers to the back of the skull. But instead of just lifting up, we're going to really press the head and hands together, and you see that that instantly drops the shoulders down. So it becomes more of a balancing point there between the back of the head and the hands. So really squeeze those 2 points together. Press your forearms down into the floor and let that corresponding activation in the core help to lift you up. Keep your knees very, very bent and walk in. We're going to do this headstand in a progression of stages. You stop and work where you need to. All right, so from here, pressing the head and hands together and the forearms down. So now the head gets lighter and you can extend the neck towards the floor. Keep the knees bent, walking in. Walk in more than you think. So as you exhale, press your forearms down, especially through those elbows, and draw your navel into your spine. Learn to balance here before you go any higher into the headstand, because jumping is only an iffy place for your neck to be. So don't jump up. Instead, learn to come up mindfully. So you'll exhale, bring the knees to chest, draw the navel back into your spine until your hips are right over your shoulders. From there, the heels come over the hips. And now as you start to stretch the legs up, you want to draw your belly button to your spine strongly so the hips stay stable and stacked right over your shoulders as you extend. As you come down, the heels never go back any farther than the hips, or you could cause yourself to fall over behind yourself. So keep a wall back here if you need to. So none of that. Drawing those heels down, reverse that, curl in. Navel really draws in, head is stable, arms are stable. Place the feet down. And then come all the way down onto your knees. And to reset the pose, I wouldn't come into child's pose first because it's another movement of that neck that can be compressive, so you might feel some achiness there. Instead, come up to sit. Clasp your hands a little bit lower to the base of your skull, shoulders on the back. Press back through your skull and lift up. So your shoulders drop and you have a nice natural curve in your head and neck, but your head is really pressing back into the hands. And after a while of length and strength there, then you can try a child's pose and it should feel a lot better. So take that headstand as a big time journey from the floor to the foundation, to the core connection, and finally into expression over a lot of time. So be very mindful with that one and enjoy the process. Namaste.